Jake Miller was fixing the communication array on his small research station when the sky above him exploded into brilliant blue light. The crash happened so fast, he barely had time to look up before something heavy slammed into him and sent them both tumbling across the metal platform. When the stars stopped spinning in his vision, Jake found himself flat on his back with a very large, very alien woman lying directly on top of him. She had deep purple skin that seemed to shimmer in the afternoon, sun and silver hair that fell like liquid metal around her shoulders. Her eyes were the most striking feature, though, bright gold with vertical pupils that reminded him of a cat's eyes. She was also at least 7 feet tall and built like she could bench press a small vehicle. Jake tried to move, but she pressed down harder against him. Her hands planted firmly on either side of his head. "Stay still, human," she said in accented but perfect English. Her voice was low and musical, but carried an edge of authority that made him freeze. "I am not moving until I understand what manner of creature you are." Jake blinked up at her. His heart was racing, and not entirely from fear. The alien woman was undeniably beautiful in a way that made his brain struggle to process what he was seeing. "Look, I know this is probably a weird first contact situation, but could you maybe get off me?" he managed to say. "I promise, I am not going anywhere." She tilted her head, studying him with those golden eyes. Her weight was pressing him into the metal platform, and he could feel the warmth radiating from her skin through her strange form. "Fitting clothing. Your species is smaller than I expected," she said matter-of-factly. "Yet you do not seem afraid. Why is this?" Jake considered the question seriously. Despite the circumstances, he really was not terrified. The woman seemed curious rather than hostile, and there was something about her manner that suggested she was more confused than aggressive. "Maybe because you have not tried to eat me yet," he said, "and you are speaking my language, which suggests you have been studying humans for a while." A small smile curved her lips, revealing teeth that were perfectly white, but slightly sharper than human normal. "You are observant." The woman shifted her weight but did not move off him. "I am Zara of the Calith Exploration Fleet. My ship suffered critical damage and crashed on your world. I was unconscious until moments ago." Jake nodded as much as he could with her hands still framing his face. "That explains the explosion and the fact that you fell out of the sky." "Are you hurt?" "I do not believe so, but I am still assessing." She paused, then added, "Your species radiates an unusual energy signature. I am trying to determine if you are dangerous." "Dangerous." Jake almost laughed. "I am a communications technician. My biggest threat to galactic security is probably bad coffee and forgotten software updates." Zara frowned. "Coffee. It is a human beverage that helps us function." She looked even more confused, so he tried a different approach. "I am not a warrior, if that is what you are asking. Most humans are not. We are explorers, scientists, builders. We prefer to solve problems rather than create them." This seemed to interest her greatly. She leaned closer, studying his face with intense focus. "Your heart rate increased when I moved closer," she observed, but not from fear. Why, Jake felt heat rise in his cheeks. Great. Now he was going to have to explain human attraction to an alien woman who was currently using him as a personal landing pad. "It is complicated." He said, "You are very beautiful by human standards, and this is a somewhat intimate position." Beautiful. Zara repeated the word, like she was tasting it. "Yes," Jake said, feeling increasingly awkward. "Your features are appealing to humans, and you are lying on top of me, which is usually something humans do when they care about each other." "Very much." Zara sat up slightly but remained straddling him. Her expression was thoughtful. "My research indicated humans were a primitive species focused primarily on violence and resource acquisition. Yet you speak of beauty and caring, rather than demanding. I release you or attempting to overpower me." Jake shrugged as much as he could. "You are clearly stronger than me, and your ship technology is probably centuries ahead of ours. Fighting would be stupid. And honestly, this is the most interesting thing that has happened to me in months." For the first time, Zara looked uncertain. "My people warned me that humans were unpredictable, but I did not expect this level of pragmatism." She paused, studying him again. "What is your designation?" "Human, Jake Miller," he replied. "And you can call me Jake if you want." Most humans use shortened versions of their names. With friends, Zara tested the word. "Well, we are having a conversation instead of trying to kill each other," Jake said. "I figure that puts us in the friend category." Zara was quiet for a long moment. Her golden eyes searched his face like she was looking for some hidden truth. Finally, she spoke. "Jake Miller. I have studied 17 different species in my career as an exploration officer. None of them responded to first contact with curiosity and humor. Your species continues to surprise me." She finally shifted off him but remained sitting cross-legged beside him on the platform. Jake sat up slowly, working out the kinks from being used as an impromptu landing pad. "So what happens now?" he asked. "Do you have a way to contact your ship?" Zara looked toward the twisted wreckage of what he now realized was some kind of escape pod. "My communication array was damaged in the crash and my ship believes me dead." She met his eyes. "I am stranded on your world until a rescue mission arrives, which could take many cycles." Jake considered this. "How long is a cycle?" "Approximately what you would call 6 months." Jake grinned. 6 months with an alien scientist who literally fell out of the sky. This was definitely going to be interesting. "Well," he said, standing and offering her his hand. "You are welcome to stay at my research station. I have spare quarters and the communication array you just helped me fix can probably reach your people once we figure out the right frequencies." Zara stared at his extended hand for a moment before taking it. Her fingers were long and elegant, but definitely stronger than they looked. "You would offer shelter to a stranger from another world?" she asked. Jake helped her to her feet, marveling again at how tall she was. "Stranger is a strong word," he said. "We have been introduced and you have not tried to conquer Earth yet. I figure that makes you practically family by first contact." "Standards." Zara laughed, a sound like silver bells in a gentle breeze. "Jake Miller of Earth, I believe my time on your world will be far more educational than I originally anticipated." As they walked toward his research station, Jake could not help but smile. This was definitely not how he had expected his day to go, but he had a feeling it was the beginning of something remarkable.